In this video, I'll show you 6 examples on how to multiply, divide, and power complex numbers that are in exponential form. The question reads, evaluate the following. And specifically, parts A and B deal with powers and roots. So we have 2 times e to the power of j3 all power to 4. In a situation like this, we will take this 4 and distribute it to the radius 2 and also multiply it to the 3, giving us 2 to the power of 4 is 16 times e to the power of j 12. In the next example, we have 0.233 times e to the power of negative j3. To do this example, you have to understand what this negative 2 is doing to the base. Remember that x to the power of negative 1, for example, is 1 over x to the power of 1. So in our case, we have this negative 2. This means that our base will actually become the denominator. So we have 1 over 0.233 e to the power of negative j3 to the power of positive 2. Next, what I'll do is distribute this 2 so that it becomes the power of the radius, and also multiply that 2 to the 3, giving us 1 over, and using our calculator, decimal 233 to the power of positive 2 gives us 0.0542. 0.0542 e to the power of negative j6. This is negative, the exponent. This means that we can take this e and actually flip it using the same rule that I showed you over here, where we end up with e to the power of j6 over 0.0542. Once you have it like this, you can either leave it this way or even take it a step further. Remember that there is a 1 over here. So 1 divided by decimal 0542 gives us 18.45. So we can write down 18.45 e to the power of j6. In questions C and D, we deal with multiplication. And in this case, what we do is we multiply the radius, 2 and 5. This gives us 10. And if you follow this formula, we have to add 3 and 4 together. So we end up with e to the power of j7. 3 plus 4 is 7. Let's do the next one. Negative 13.5 times 2.75. Negative 13.5 times 2.75 gives us negative 37 decimal 12. Negative 37 decimal 1. E to the power of j, negative 3 plus 5 is positive 2, and that is your final answer for D. Let's move on to E and F. E and F deal with division of exponential form complex numbers. The first step is to divide the radii. 8 divided by 4 is 2. E to the power of, and 5 and 2 are subtracted. So j to the power of 3. Lastly, we'll use our calculator for this. 5.82 divided by 9.83. That gives us 0.59. 0.59 e to the power of j. And we have minus 4 subtracted from minus 7. Minus 4 plus 7 gives us positive 3. So we have j3. That is our imaginary number. And there you have it. That is how to multiply, divide, and power complex numbers that are in exponential form.